Good morning, everyone. I would like to welcome you all to my A Time to Be Healthy vlog. And today I wanted to talk to you about the essential oil called Valor. What's really exciting is that now Valor is in the starter kit. So that's really awesome because when I started with Young Living Essential Oils, Valor was in the starter kit and I did get it. And it's one of my favorites. And then everybody loved it and it tended to go out of stock. And so they took it out of the starter kit. And that was really sad because this is a great oil. But guess what? It's back in the starter kit. So I am so excited. So I wanted to tell you my little testimonial and maybe a short story about Valor. So when I first got my starter kit, I think I used probably lavender and peppermint were probably the first two that I used the most. And I started to learn about all these different essential oils, and Valor was in the kit and I had no idea what it was for. And I can remember I looked it up several times and people said, hey, I use this oil every day at work when I'm stressed, and people were like, yeah, I can't live without it. And it was like really vague to me, like, well, what am I supposed to use it for? Well, at the time I had a very stressful job. I do ultrasound, but I was working in a hospital that was very, very busy. And I remember, I would almost always get a headache at work, which kind of confused me because I didn't know what was causing it. And I can remember it would start about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it would like blossom into this like giant migraine by the time I got home, and I'd have to take 4 or 5 Advil just to survive. And I wasn't sure, am I allergic to something? Is it the lights? Why is it that I get this headache at work all the time? I was kind of unsure. Well, one day I was at work, there were 2 of us, and I walked into over 20 studies, which just started the day like really stressful. And I don't know if any of you have ever heard of the book. I'm just going to read the title. It's Alexander. And let's see, it's Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever had a day like that, but this particular day I went to work, that's what it was like. And it just started off with too many patients and went downhill from there. And I had my Valor with me because I decided to just put it in my pocketbook and maybe one day I would use it. I hadn't used it yet. Well, it was about 11 o'clock, and instead of getting a headache at 3 o'clock, now it's 11 o'clock and I'm already starting with this headache. And the day was just so confusing. There were so many things to do and everything kept piling up and I didn't know. It was just one of those days. So I decided, well, if I'm going to try my Valor, I think I'm going to try it now. And I took the Valor and I put a few drops on my wrists. I put a drop behind my neck. I think I rubbed it on my temples. I dropped a drip on the top of my head. I even put some Valor right here, which is like a pressure point for headaches. I was like, I need something because I don't know what's going on. I was just severely stressed. And it was about 11. And I went to lunch at about 11:30. I had to leave the office. I just had to get away. And I remember going to the cafeteria, I'm going to go get lunch, and I need to just walk out of this clinic for just a half an hour. So I went downstairs, went to the cafeteria, got something to eat. And what was really amazing was that by the time I finished eating, I felt so much better. And what was really strange is that I had this clarity of thought. I can't even explain to you what it was like, but my head felt better. I came upstairs, I finished all the things that I had to do. It was like everything kind of fit into place, and I wasn't so fuzzy headed and confused and stressed, and it was really amazing to me. I thought, wow, this stuff is awesome. And so that really made me realize that this oil really is as good as they say it is. Now, the website for Valor tells you what oils are in it. In this particular blend, it's a blend, there's spruce, rosewood, blue tansy, and frankincense. And it has a real woodsy kind of aroma. Maybe a little, I don't know, it's kind of woodsy to me. But I use this stuff all the time. All the time. So typically I bring it to work now. And I will just apply it in the morning, usually, just because you never know what kind of day you're going to have. And it's awesome. So just, made me think of it again this week because it's a super moon this week. And I'm not sure if that's why it was crazy at work. It wasn't anything bad like that day I had, like the Alexander No Good, terrible bad day. But it was pretty busy this week. And there were a lot of add-on patients and just a little bit of extra stress. But I'm telling you that without my Valor, I would be crazy. So this is my favorite oil. And I don't know if any of you like Lord of the Rings like I do. I'm a Lord of the Ring fan, and I've nicknamed Valor my precious. Because it's my precious and nobody can take it from me, my Valor. Now there's another funny story about Valor, and that is that it happens to be about my dog Dixie. We had a golden retriever, and sadly she passed away a couple of years ago, but she was terribly afraid of thunder and lightning, and so she would get up and pant and pace every time there was thunder and lightning. And so one day I thought, I'm just going to try and see, what does Valor do to my puppy? And they tell you when you're using essential oils to put it on the tips of their ears. So I get my Valor out and I put a little bit on the tips of both of her ears. And did you know that she would stop pacing and panting, and that she would lay down, and she wasn't totally relaxed, but she wasn't pacing and panting anymore. So Valor was really helpful for my dog. You can use this for your animals, and what was really funny was, like I said, there was a couple times when it would go out of stock and I'd only have like a very little bit, and there would be a thunderstorm and my dog would be terrified, and I'm like, I gotta use my precious oil on my puppy. But I loved her, so it was worth it. But this stuff is amazing. So if you would like to try Valor, it comes in the premium starter kit. So if you're interested in using essential oils, the premium starter kit's awesome. It has 12 oils now and a diffuser and very, very good value. So if you're interested in essential oils and you want to learn more, you can go to my website, which, by the way, has changed to atimetobehealthy.marketingsense.com. So if you're interested, check it out. And if you want to learn more, go to the website, and there's a whole bunch of really good information there. But if you are stressed and you want to do something about it and not take drugs and maybe, use something natural and healthy for you, go ahead and get yourself some Valor. So that's my healthy tip for the day, for the week, and I hope to see you next week. Have a great one. Bye.